believe in science. I believe in research. I believe in biofuels. I think eventually algae, in fact, will be part of the general solution. But it is not a solution this summer. It's not a solution next summer. So then he goes on to say drilling won't work, right? Okay, now here's what I want you all to do. I may put this into like a homework assignment. Because this is really worth every American reading to understand how totally confused this guy is. 2 pages after he's told us that drilling won't work, he waxes eloquent about natural gas. And he says we have this great breakthrough in natural gas. And we went from 7 years supply a decade ago to 125 years supply because we have all these new technologies. And then his number, not mine, his number is the natural gas developments will create 600,000 new jobs in this decade. I've been trying to get somebody in the White House, one of the White House reporters, to ask this question. How do you think we found the natural gas? All right, this is going to be a test. Everybody who thinks we found the natural gas by growing algae, raise your hand. You're dedicated. You're kidding, of course. Everybody who thinks we found the natural gas by drilling, raise your hand. Okay, so here you have a situation where the President of the United States says drilling doesn't work, and literally 2 pages later, he's describing a great breakthrough which could only occur by drilling. By the right American energy policy, not only do you bring down the price of gasoline, not only do you allow it to create millions of new American jobs, you also no longer have to pay attention to Saudi Arabia or China because you've paid off the bonds in China and you no longer rely on Saudi Arabia for oil. One of our goals should be to become so independent of the Middle East that we can turn and say to Europe, China, India, and Japan, you have a problem in the Straits of Hormuz. We don't. You better figure out how to solve it. So there's a lot we can do. I'm just using this one example to drive home. Over here is Obama with high-priced gasoline, with dependence on foreign countries, with a policy of weakness. Over here is a program of energy independence, creating jobs, driving down prices, and giving us strength and a national security system. That's how big the gap is going to be this fall. I believe if you will help us get through the primary on Tuesday, I believe I will become the nominee with your help. As the nominee, I will be prepared to challenge Obama. I believe I am the one candidate who can debate him and defeat him decisively. Everybody who raised their hand earlier who's on Facebook, if you'd go to your homepage and you'd put in Newt equals $2.50 a gallon gasoline, you will help us spread the message. And I believe if people walk into that voting booth and they go, let me get this straight, I could have Obama $9 or $10 a gallon with algae, or I could have Newt $2.50 or less a gallon with drilling. I think we can beat him in every precinct in America. If you're on Twitter, go to hashtag 250gas and sign up. We're building a big group of people who are in this project on Twitter. Third, if your friends say to you, okay, it's a great slogan, I love the idea, but how would you do it? At newt.org, which is my first name.org, there's a 30-minute video of a speech I gave outlining step by step how to get to $2.50 a gallon, how to get to energy independence, what we need to do as a country on energy, and I would urge you just to tell them to go look at it. Finally, if somebody says to you, I really like it, I want to be helpful, what can I do? If they go to newt.org, there's a place where they can go to, where they can give 1 gallon of Newt gas. That's $2.50. If they get excited, they could give 10 gallons. That's $25. We simply want to make it possible for everybody to be involved. Sometime today, we will have our 175,000th donor. So we've had people all over the country. 95% of our donors are smaller than $250. So we really have people power. We can't match Governor Romney's ability to go to Wall Street and raise money from billionaires who've been getting money from the taxpayer. But we can more than match him in getting people. And I think that's the key to this. I want to say one last thing, which is that Clist and I didn't come here today to ask you to help us. We came here today to ask you to help America. We really believe that America as an idea, American idealism, American optimism, American entrepreneurship, all of these things are at stake. And we really believe that as citizens, we need to come together. So I'd ask you to help for the next few days to get through Tuesday with a decisive victory. Then I would ask you to spend a little bit of time as a citizen every day from now to the election this November, and we can win a great historic victory. But then I would also ask you, stay active as a citizen. With your help, together, we can change Washington. I can't change Washington. Calista can't change Washington. It's too big, it's too complicated. But with your help, together we can change Washington. But I need each of you to decide that your country is worth saving. I want each of you to decide that if young men and women are willing to risk their lives around the world so we can be free, then we owe it to them to be citizens every day, to do a few things right. Thank you, and good luck and God bless.